What is up guys, Alex from Lakey Wargames here and welcome to today's video where today we're just going to be doing a short and sweet, hopefully, channel update for the channel going forward, and I'm going to try and not ramble too much in these ones as I seem to do with a lot of my videos and guides. It's been a little while since we've done one of these, but I do like to check in and kind of touch base and just put things out there in these kind of channel update formats. Both for you guys, so you know kind of where I'm at on a personal level and the channel going forward, the kind of content you can expect to see on the channel. But it also helps me on that personal level of just kind of putting some ideas out there in the open, getting things off my chest, and then just helps me kind of realign and focus just by kind of having this self-update talk kind of thing going forward. So that's what we're going to be doing today, just a short and sweet little channel update. Now, 2025 has been quite a slow year for myself on the content creation front. 2024 was the year where I was hoping to make things bigger and better and really have a strong kind of foothold on the channel and put things out there. I've already done a few little videos kind of touching base on that kind of thing and what happened. But yeah, due to some personal problems, I had to step away for several months from creating content, just work on both my physical and mental health. I'm not going to go into that too much today because, again, I've already spoken about it in the past, but that's why there hasn't been many uploads going forward. But I have been slowly trickling back into doing that. I'm always present in the Lakey Wargames Discord, talking away hobby and sort of sharing things on that level, but actually creating things for YouTube has obviously been a lot slower. And yeah, May 2025 has been a really nice month, much more positive, was the most consistent and busy month for the channel going forward, and that's something that I want to try and build upon. We did manage to do 3 larger uploads, and I think it was like 4 or 5 different shorts, just little showcase kind of videos as well. So numbers wise, that was really nice to actually be able to put out a nearly full video a week as well as a short a week as well. So that's something I'm going to be trying to keep doing going forward. And we're going to try and start with June on the right foot. I wanted to get something out today, as being the Monday, the first Monday of June, start of the first full week. It's the 2nd of the month. I couldn't quite get the 1st of the month and the first Monday of the week, the first week of June to line up. Damn you, calendar. But yeah, so wanted to put this out today. I actually have recordings in the bank for faction pack breakdowns of Ossiarch Bone Reapers and Sylvaneth faction packs in full, much like the Nighthaunt ones that are up on the channel. But I've noticed since coming back to recording, I think it's a mixture of both, kind of like getting back into the flow, ebb and flow of recording, and shaking off that rust of not really doing this style or presenting going forward. But I can hear myself a lot in the recordings. There's a lot of ums and ahs and breaks and things, and even though those faction pack videos don't require much editing in that sense, I just open up the PDF documents, do the screen record, and I'm just recording as I see it in real time, pulling from my brain the different ideas and things of me going forward, personal experiences with those armies and factions and past experiences, presenting them in, you know, from my perspective, how things work or what's good, what's bad. There's no real like notes, there's nothing behind the scenes, there's no prepared script or anything that I'm reading off. It's just coming real time out of my brain in that regard and recording it, straight upload from there with the screen record, and you guys see it as it is. There's sometimes a few breaks, like if I need to go grab another drink or toilet break, that kind of thing, because those videos are, I think the Nighthaunt one, the first one was just over 2 hours, and then when we did the revisiting of the faction pack with all the changes and the things we learned along the way within that several month period between the first video and the second one, that was about 3.5 hours long, I want to say, off the top of my head. So yeah, they're a long time to sit down and just kind of record off of the top of my head. And because of all the time away and things, I haven't been quite as articulate with my words, and the presentation style isn't kind of at the standard that I want to set for myself. And even though there's no real editing for them, I was listening to them back because I always put them through the editor to start with, just to put like the little intro break and that kind of thing in. But then when I listen to it back, I can hear myself with the stop starting and the kind of second guessing and the things, and it's just like, nah, that's rubbish. It's a bit there in the Nighthaunt one. Someone did actually point it out to me in one of the comments, and I do hear it. And I try not to, but it's a lot sort of easier said than done, especially when you're free thinking like this, these kind of videos. Same with this one here. It's a lot with a lot of my guides. Like sometimes at most I'll make a few bullet points, but it's all just kind of straight off the cuff, out off my brain, just as it is. And that's just how I like to make my videos. You know, that's the level of, you know, that kind of personal touch I try and put in there, of just being like, it's authentic and it's here and this is what I know and this is how I feel. And I mean, sometimes that does lead to some mistakes in the videos, but there we go. So I did actually have the OBR one, and that's what I was hoping to put out today, but when I was listening back to it, I was just like, nah, I'm not very happy with that. So I am going to re-record both the OBR and the Sylvaneth faction pack breakdowns, and that's why we're just doing the sort of short little channel update today that I'm going to put out. And then yeah, going forward we'll have the faction packs for both OBR and Sylvaneth in full breakdowns like with the Nighthaunt one. And I'm thinking as well I might touch on the Lumineth side of things as well, another faction that I've played a fair amount in the past. I haven't played them in 4th at all, but you know, we know enough of the game and how things work and war scrolls, and played against them, that kind of thing. So yeah, we might throw Lumineth into the mix as well. Those are like the 4 factions. I don't think I've covered Sylvaneth tactics wise on the channel much before. We've done some showcasing stuff of my army from 2nd edition that I had. But yeah, so OBR, Sylvaneth, Lumineth are going to be coming forward. Nighthaunt, obviously big faction for the channel. The most of the things that you guys will know me for is Nighthaunt content. That will all be new and exciting. We're waiting for that battle tome to drop. They've snuck in the Idneth Deepkin, so yeah, we'll have to wait just a little bit longer for the Nighthaunt stuff. I don't see the point of doing like the faction pack tactics for units, because it's all going to be redundant within a month or 2 anyway. So yeah, General's Handbook stuff we'll see. But that got me thinking about like different things that I can do, as well as obviously just the faction back stuff. The other 3 factions that we just mentioned, we can do more sort of tactics and guides going forward, because they're still in their faction packs and we haven't heard anything about their battle tomes anytime soon. So they might be good ones to do some things for in the meantime. Obviously Nighthaunt again when that battle tome drops. But I was scouring through the channel just to, you know, kind of see different things and stuff going forward, and there was a series that I started. It was like late 2023, and it was supposed to be something that was big and carried through 2024, but obviously those things led to me being away for several months, so it never actually took off beyond the first kind of series introduction video. And that was the General Wargaming Tactics series, which is basically supposed to be a bunch of videos, all Age of Sigmar based again, but they're tactics that you can apply to sort of any faction across any system. So whether you're playing in like a slow grow kind of non-competitive format, whether you're playing in the General's Handbook, whether you're doing like Path to Glory kind of stuff, and those kind of tactics that you can apply to any different level of play or different factions. So they're things like breaking down different styles and wording of tactical play. So it would be things like even just breaking down like what is screening in general, like how to effectively screen a unit, and then showing examples of doing it. But like, what is a castle build? How does it play? How can you counter this kind of style? Those kind of things, like just again kind of like title on the tin, General Wargaming Tactics. So something that you can apply to any and all factions in all different styles of play. There is actually one video up. It's only like 6 minutes long. It explains it way better than I am trying to now, because that was a proper planned introduction video. So I'll link that in the description below for you guys to check out. Again, it's from like 2023, but I watched it before I started recording this, because I thought that was a really good idea, and that's something that should probably revive, because it didn't get a lot of views back then, but the handful of views that it got were really well received. And again, even I just make these videos if they just help one person. If one person gets an idea from something that I've put out there, I class that as mission success. So that's probably something that I'm going to carry on working with and bring that back. Again, we're going to do those kind of faction packs and things first, and then roll out the tactics, the General Wargaming Tactics nicely in between. and then as the battle tomes also come out, then we know that we've got that kind of longer run, because like with stuff for Nighthaunt, again, there's no point covering it when it's only going to be relevant for a month or two. Although it's all on a finite timeline, you know, I could make a tactics guide for something that comes out with the battle tome for Nighthaunt, and then also it be redundant in an FAQ in 2 weeks after the tome comes out. Like, it's just that kind of, that's just how it goes. But then that also just means we can just remake videos and updates as they go, but that's just how it is. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, that's going to be about it for today. So again, we're going to be covering the faction packs for those kind of things, bringing back the General Wargaming Tactics series, and hopefully with more of the content coming, you guys can bear with me. I'm going to shake off more of that rust things from being away, and really be able to be more articulate and kind of free thinking, speaking clearly without all of the little ums and ahs and things in between. And that will come in time as, you know, we get back into things and I get myself more consistent and make more content more regularly for you guys. It's all part of the showmanship, as it were. And yeah, like I said, my style isn't something I'm not reading off a script. That would be something that would much help with that kind of thing, I'm sure. And a lot of the big professional channels kind of have that thing. But again, I like to just keep it kind of off the cuff, authentic kind of style, in that way. So yeah, thank you very much as always for all your support watching things going forward, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the things that are going to be coming to the channel soon. But I just wanted to get this kind of little talk out so we have that upload the first one of June to kick us off, get that momentum going, and then we can press on from there with bigger, better content in a much preferred style going forward. So thank you as always for all the support. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe. Happy wargaming.